My boyfriend of 12 years has told me he's had a baby. How do I get over this? I've been with my boyfriend since we were both 13. I always imagined we would be together forever. I have only slept with him. He is the only boyfriend I've ever had. I've given up so much for him. I didn't pursue my chosen career and go to uni as it would have meant moving away from him. I passed up the opportunity to move abroad with my family, and I now have no family living in this country anymore. I passed up going traveling and nights out with friends on what should have been the best years of my life. We own a house together. We split the mortgage, but I put the full 10K deposit down as I am in a financially better position than him. I always envisioned growing old with him, spending my life with him, having kids with him. We briefly broke up in December, early January for a few weeks after an argument. He went out and slept with somebody else but didn't tell me. We just got back together and nothing was said. Yesterday he speaks to me very upset and tells me that in September he'd had a baby girl with a woman he'd had a one-night stand with. I asked why he didn't tell me sooner, and he said because he doubted the child was his and he wanted to block it all out, so he was ignoring the girl. But the girl contacted his mother and his mother had a grandparent DNA test done and proved she's the grandmother. Ever since, his mom has been arguing with him about being involved as she sees the baby every weekend and telling him he needs to tell me. He only told me because his mom said if he didn't she would. I don't know how to handle this. Boyfriend is crying, saying he was trapped, that the girl told him she was on contraceptives and was allergic to condoms. He's saying he's not ready and he doesn't want to lose me and is making threats on himself if I leave him. I don't know what to do. Do I forget these past 12 years and all I've ever known and move on, or do I forgive him and try to make this work? Edit. I did message the girl, probably against my better judgment, and asked how we could move forward and sent her my best wishes. She just said that she doesn't care if he does or doesn't want to be involved and that the door's open, but she's glad his family are involved. Then she blocked me. I don't want a stepchild at all. I don't even want a child of my own for at least another 5 years. I asked him how we would move on from this and he said we will just pretend the child doesn't exist and go about our lives, which disgusted me because I never thought he was the type of coward to abandon an innocent child, and I don't want to be seen as enabling him to do that. I truly believe even if I was out of his life he wouldn't see the child, and with us still together in that situation, I'd be seen as the evil one and like I somehow condone his actions. I envisioned him as a strong man of good character, and the fact he doesn't want involvement with the child and keeps referring to the baby as it and has even blocked his mum off of everything because she is seeing the baby, and he doesn't want her to, makes me look at him in a different cowardly light and is giving me the ick. If he had told me when he found out that he'd got a girl pregnant but they'd need a DNA, then got a DNA when baby was born and he'd stuck by the kid, I don't think I'd even be asking this question. I'd be upset and not want to be a step-parent, and I doubt I would be involved myself for a few years, but I'd have supported him and accepted his mistake. The way he's gone about it has ruined everything. If he truly loved me and cared about me, he would have told me from day one. Comment. That would be a deal breaker for me personally. Also, the fact that he didn't tell you about it until he had to, and is now being emotionally manipulative so you don't leave. Yes, that is a huge red flag, as well as how he handled it with the girl where he didn't proactively take a DNA test himself. OP, you deserve better, and if I were you I would not want to build a life with 1. A liar. 2. Someone who doesn't use protection with a one-night stand. 3. Someone who likely didn't do STD tests post said one-night stand but then slept with me afterwards. 4. Someone who doesn't take responsibility for their actions. 5. Someone willing to be a deadbeat dad. 6. Someone manipulative. 7. And someone who could hide something like this. Take that it you are feeling, use it, dump him and move on. The guy slept with a woman without a condom and got her pregnant, then blamed her, saying she told me she was on the pill and couldn't use condoms, completely ignoring the fact that he made an active decision to sleep with a woman without a condom. She didn't force him, he chose to sleep with her without protection. Not to mention, she could in fact be allergic to condoms and have been on birth control and it just failed, which he decided to ignore in order to try and blame her for this entirely. Then he had some nerve to try to claim the baby wasn't his, again, still knowing that he'd slept with her without protection. He had to have been aware that there was some possibility that this child was his, but was fully really to abandon her and ignore her because her existence is inconvenient to him. So many crocodile tears over actions he chose to take. The boyfriend is a POS. The right person wouldn't have asked you to give any of that up. They would have encouraged you in what you love. The right person wouldn't have gone out and stuck his D***ck in someone else. They would have been devastated and tried to work things out. You have to be able to trust your partner with your life. Honey, this guy just isn't right. You deserve so much better. Source: been married to the right one, for me, for almost 22 years. You know it's funny. The younger you are, the more you cling to the bad. You can't let it go. It's all you know. All you want. All you can even fathom. As you get older and see your life behind you, wasted in futility, mediocrity, or straight up awful, you realize you are done wasting time. Sadly, that time is already gone. And all you can do is move forward. And try to help those younger than you not make the same mistakes. Sadly, most of them will anyway. I think it happens because just like childhood, we are still learning how to handle things and deal with our emotions. Bad things happen and we don't know it's time to cut our losses so we can move on to new good things instead of chasing what we had but don't realize we can't get back. This is so true. The older you get, the more you realize how precious and short life is, way too precious and short to waste on someone who doesn't respect you or contribute to your happiness. Edit to add, stress is so unhealthy. Of course there's gonna be stress in relationships, illness, miscommunication, ups and downs, etc., but the stress shouldn't come from deceit, disrespect, entitlement, abuse, and bad character. It's not worth it. There's so much you can do now. I went to university when I was 40 and became a teacher. Best thing I ever did: sell the house, join your parents and attend school where they are. Don't let anyone hold you back. Where did it get you? He's not a keeper. Invest in yourself now. So true. I thought I was going to marry my high school boyfriend. I couldn't imagine being with anyone else, or anything better. Flash forward 5 years and I have a man who before I could have only dreamed about. Most people don't marry their teenage love. We change and grow apart too much. You don't know what's best for you if you've only ever experienced one person. Story 2. My girlfriend is angry at me for only taking one of her daughters shopping. How do I fix things? I've been with my girlfriend for just over a year, but we've known each other for about 3 years. We have mutual friends. She has 3 daughters, 10, 13 and 14. The oldest daughter has a different dad than the younger two. While the younger daughter's dad has contact with them and takes them every other weekend, the oldest daughter's dad hasn't been in her life since she was born. She and her daughters moved in with me after 3 months together. Which I know might seem like it was too soon, but her housing situation wasn't great. She was living with a friend from work. I don't have any kids of my own, so I don't really know how to be a parent, but I've always tried my best to support my girlfriend in her parenting decisions. 2 days ago I finished work early, so I picked the girls up from school. They usually take the bus, but I called my girlfriend after I finished work and she asked me to pick them up. When we got home I heated up dinner for them, and afterwards I asked them if they wanted to go shopping with me and grab some pizza afterwards. The youngest 2 didn't want to go. Their friend was coming over, so they decided to stay, but the oldest daughter wanted to come with me. So I took her to the mall, bought her some clothes, a new phone case and some other small things. Afterwards we went to grab a pizza. After the pizza I wanted to drop her off at home. My girlfriend was already back from work by then, as I needed to go to a rental property of mine to fix a few things, but she said she wanted to go with me. So we did. She spent most of the time on her phone and she tried on some of the clothes she bought and showed me. We came home around 9 p.m. and that's when the fight broke out. My girlfriend was really angry at me for only taking the oldest daughter and not her other 2. So I explained the situation about their friend coming over and that they didn't want to go with me. But she claimed I was favoring the oldest daughter, which isn't true, as I wanted to take all three of them. We had a huge fight about it. It was our first serious fight. The oldest daughter stepped in my defense, but that didn't help. Since then my girlfriend has been cold to me. I offered to take all the girls together another time, but she said she doesn't want my pity. And I don't really know how to fix things between us. Comment. Agree. You sound like a truly awesome guy, and she has no clue how rare you are. You are not at fault, and the other two didn't want to go, and had company coming over. You can take kids separately, which is needed for multiple kids so they get that 1/1 with parents, anyways. She is being ridiculous. Don't back down from this when she engages about it. I would simply state, I'm sorry you don't see the true good intent and actions here, but I did exactly as any other good adult/parent would in that situation on that day, and I will discuss this no farther. And don't, she brings it up again, walk away. When he's gone, I hope OP can consider the time he spent out with the oldest daughter as showing her what she should expect from an older male figure. Care, boundaries, attention. He may have helped her in the long run just with that one outing. Knowing someone casually for 2 years is not the same as dating for 2 years. I have women I've been friends with for years. I would let them move in as my roommate in a heartbeat. I would hesitate to let someone move in with their 3 kids, regardless of how well I know them. That is a very delicate situation. Even more so if we began dating beforehand. I probably wouldn't move in with them for at least a year. Moving in together gets messy if things go south. Untangling lives can be quite difficult. The first 6 months of any relationship often goes smoothly. Everyone is on their best behavior and the honeymoon period is going strong. After that, people start letting their guard down and showing who they really are. This kind of crap is why you don't move someone in after only 3 months. At only 3 months into a relationship, you shouldn't have even met her kids yet, let alone move them into your home. A crappy home situation is not a good reason to move a girlfriend and her kids into your house. This is the same red flag I immediately had. After my husband and I split up, 2 kids together, I still can't imagine trusting another man around my children. Maybe that sounds shitty and cynical, but if it protects my kids, I'll be shitty and cynical all day long. Even aside from safety concerns, step-parent type relationships can be so fraught. There's a reason the evil stepmother trope exists. I think parents should be really sure of the person they are dating before they even think about having them spend time around their kids. I had a shitty stepmother type figure when I was in my early teens, and comments she made were part of the reason I developed an eating disorder. She should never have been around kids in that role.